Hello everyone, and welcome to my DOL official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Billy and Phyllis's hot fling raises major red flags. Billy Abbott and Phyllis Summers are teaming up on The Young and the Restless, about to burn all their bridges, and they may soon fall in love, or at least have a fling. We're going to discuss some red flags of an upcoming Philadelphia affair that could be hot or not. We will see. We'll discuss the consequences of Billy and Phyllis's questionable decisions as they team up with Kane Ashby, which could leave them with no one but each other. Young and the Restless, Billy's downfall. So far, Billy's prospects do not appear to be promising. He's sort of lost the plot. He went from being ecstatic about launching Abbott.com and wanting it to be a huge success with Sally Spectra by his side to having all of that passion turned around. Billy is back to being obsessed with Chancellor and Victor Newman. Billy is back on his revenge mission, and Jack Abbott is so upset that he may yank the funds, leaving Abbott.com, a corporation that dies before it really begins. Sally was concerned that Billy was becoming fixated on Chancellor and Victor again. That's why Sally forced Billy to sign a contract stating that if Billy reclaimed Chancellor, she would become CEO of Abbott.com. But when he told Jack about Sally being CEO and Billy going back to wanting Chancellor and working with Kane to make it happen, Big Brother Jack freaked out. Young and the Restless, Jack turns on Billy. He warned Billy that he did not fund Abbott.com for Sally or anybody else. Jack did it for Billy as a type of fresh start to keep Billy on the right track and away from pursuing Victor for revenge games, as well as to break his fixation on Chancellor. And Jack hoped to help Billy overcome some of his other dark and destructive habits. This week, Jack feels he has no choice and makes an extremely difficult decision regarding Billy. And I'm guessing he'll shut down Abbott.com before it even launches. It might burn up on the launch pad. That will put Sally in a difficult position because she abandoned her fashion profession at Marchetti to establish this new enterprise with Billy. And if Jack shuts down Abbott.com, Sally will have nothing, So she might be quite unhappy with Billy. Young and the Restless. Billy could lose Sally. Even if she forgives him, and Sally is pretty forgiving, I doubt Billy can forgive himself, Jack, or Victor. Billy prefers to blame others for his problems, but he can also get depressed and critical of himself, which can lead to negative consequences. In the aftermath, Sally may feel the need to distance herself from Billy, or he may be unable to bear the thought of disappointing her, and he descends into one of those downward spirals that we've all witnessed, when Billy simply piles one bad decision on top of another. Billy is currently solely focused on collaborating with Kane to bring Chancellor back so that he can run it. But Kane hasn't even discussed any of this with Billy, so he has to rely on Kane for everything. Billy is making rash decisions based solely on wishes and hopes. Young and the Restless. Phyllis is fixated with Kane. Similar to what Phyllis has been doing. She's also wagering on a career with Kane, and she's willing to turn her back on Nick Newman, Jack, and others, betraying individuals who had previously been very close to her, very important to her, and very forgiving of her. Phyllis knows Kane wants to take over Newman, Chancellor, Winters, and Jabot, as well as the entire town. So, Phyllis is aware of all of this, and she understands that assisting Kane would betray the majority of her ex-husbands. Nick is already furious with Phyllis because he believes she is siding with Kane, who is trying to frame him for murder. Nick is just being his typical hothead self. Still, he has a right to be paranoid. Young and the Restless. Phyllis believes in Kane's innocence. I give Phyllis credit. She isn't the unhinged hothead that Nick is. And Phyllis sincerely believes that Kane is innocent and did not kill Damian Kane, and that he is not framing Nick. Furthermore, Phyllis claims that no one at GC wants to help her. So she'd rather take a chance on Kane, who is pretty much a stranger to her at this point. But by doing so, Phyllis will alienate everyone else. With that in mind, we have Billy and Phyllis, who have decided to work together because they both want something from Kane. So, Billy and Phyllis intend to show Kane's innocence in order for him to assist in obtaining Chancellor and handing it over to Billy, as well as handing over a great job to Phyllis. Young and the Restless. Will Billy and Phyllis lose everything? Even if those things manifest, which appears unlikely, the question remains, what will it cost them to obtain those things? We might see Billy and Phyllis with only each other and Kane for company, providing he doesn't abandon them both after accepting their assistance. He's not the most upstanding guy around.
Even if Phyllis and Billy don't receive what they want from Kane, they will continue to work closely together to make things happen. Billy may vent to Phyllis about his difficulties with Sally and Jack. And, of course, Phyllis dislikes the other redhead. So she might encourage Billy to cut ties. Young and the Restless, Phyllis and Billy lean toward each other while Nick is unhappy with Phyllis. Billy may push her to move forward and not look back, reminding her that her daughter Summer Newman has grown. And Billy may tell Phyllis that Nick is no longer her responsibility. So, with these two maybe just having one other to lean on, Billy could go dangerously close to Phyllis, causing sparks to fly. Red flags and potential romance between Billy and Phyllis on the Young and the Restless. There are various indications that Billy and Phyllis may become connected, whether it is an affair, a fling, or something more serious while chasing Kane on Young and the Restless. The first red flag: Phyllis hasn't had a man in ages. She needs a man. She needs someone in her sheets. Second red flag: despite having been doing it for a while, Phyllis and Billy have abruptly stopped judging each other and are now judging others and sharing opinions. Third red flag: they are the only ones who don't have a strong animosity against Kane. Fourth red flag: they still have unfinished business. If you recall, at Nick and Sharon Newman's previous wedding, Billy had just proposed to Phyllis, who happily accepted. Then Sharon blew up with Nick at the altar, revealing that he had slept with Phyllis. It was a combination of misunderstanding and cheating. It was definitely messy. Young and the Restless, Billy and Phyllis's messy history. Billy dumped Phyllis right away, so they never saw it come to fruition. And if you remember, Billy and Phyllis used to have a lot of fun together. It was a long time ago when they had that nasty breakup 30 seconds after being engaged. Billy and Phyllis had rekindled their friendship in recent months, until her kidnapping. Then Billy fired her. But then again, he fired Phyllis believing he was doing the right thing and in her best interests. She raged, believing he had simply plugged Sally into Abbotcom in her place. However, they have returned to a good spot since they are both dissatisfied with the rest of their lives. If Bill and Sally hit the skids, I believe it will be the ultimate red warning that something significant is about to happen between Billy and Phyllis. The Young and the Restless, are Billy and Phyllis getting hot? Phyllis is single. And if Billy is, or believes he is soon to be, since Sally is so upset, I can see Billy and Phyllis getting very heated. Possible scenarios include infidelity, romance, a fling, or a one-night stand. We will see. Let me know your thoughts. Would you prefer to see Billy with Sally or Phyllis? Amanda makes a disturbing discovery, Kyle spills the truth, and Lily and Phyllis fight. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, July 23rd, state that Amanda Sinclair will make a shocking discovery, while Kyle Abbott will disclose the truth. Lily Winters and Phyllis Summers will also compete over Kane Ashby, so here's what YNR viewers should expect. For begin, Amanda will witness something disturbing. Amanda will be concerned that Kane is attempting to remove security footage and will strongly advise against taking such a risk. Of course, the initial copy of the tape has already been deleted, so Kane will confront Amanda and ask whether she had anything to do with it. On Wednesday's episode, Amanda and Kane will argue as they accuse each other. The security footage is supposed to be backed up after 24 hours. Will Kane discover that someone has also deleted that footage? Lily and Phyllis will have their own confrontation. Lily will dig her heels in when it comes to Kane's guilt, so Phyllis will jump to his defense. That will create a lot of tension as Lily criticizes Kane while Phyllis insists there must be more to the story. Phyllis refuses to believe that Kane would have been so reckless as to kill Damian Kane in that manner. Lily and Phyllis may eventually receive updates on Nick and Sharon Newman's house arrest. Although Phyllis is attempting to be loyal to Kane, she may have a problem with the entire hostage situation. Kyle will then reveal some shocking information to Nikki Newman, who will discover that Victor Newman hired Audra Charles to ruin Kyle's relationship with Claire Newman. Nikki would know that sounds just like something Victor would do, so she may believe Kyle and worry about what her husband may do next. According to the Young and the Restless spoilers, Kyle intends to confront Victor as soon as possible, but he will have to wait until Victor has finished attempting to free Nick and Sharon. Will Lily forgive Kane and reunite? Young and the Restless observes Lily Winters claimed she would never take Kane Ashby back, but I'm not sure that's true, especially since her brand new boyfriend was recently stabbed to death. We'll look into why Lily might give Kane another chance on Young and the Restless. Lily's fury and Kane's actions, a deep dive into the Young and the Restless drama. Lily has been enraged ever since she discovered that the mysterious Dumas is actually her ex-husband Kane. And we received those flashbacks they filmed to manufacture some history, such as Lily chewing Kane and a new one about his father Colin. Of course, Lily was upset that Kane had forgiven his con-man father, Colin Atkinson, and wanted their children back in Colin's life. Of course, he died. So, Lily had been upset with Kane for a long time. She shut him out of her life over the Colin situation. With Dumas showing interest in Winters before she realized he was her ex, Lily is understandably concerned that Kane is targeting her family and their company. And she informed Amanda Sinclair that she can't stand Kane. And that was before the stabbing. So, when the lady lawyer tried to persuade Lily to reconsider going back with Kane, we observed Lily being resolute. She was virtually paraphrasing Taylor Swift, who said, "We are never, ever getting back together." The aftermath of Damien's death, will Lily reconsider Kane on Young and Restless? However, with Damien Kane's death, I believe Lily's attitude may change. Of course, it is unlikely that it would happen immediately. With Damien stabbed, we've seen Lily rant about her ex-husband Kane. She believes he is a bloodthirsty monster, not the man she used to love. Lily told Chance Chancellor this week that she believes Kane killed Damien because he didn't want anyone else to have her. Lily is determined to pursue justice for Damien, but I don't believe Kane killed him. I don't believe Kane set Damien up for death. And after the real killer is revealed, Kane is exonerated, and everyone returns to Genoa City, the dust will settle. You know, Lily is going to return home. She will grieve Damien's death. And then she might become more amenable to a reunion with Kane. But that will be when Lily informs Nate Hastings and Amy Lewis that Damien has been murdered. Of course, they are all devastated. And Amy, Nate, and Lily will have to hold a memorial service for Damien. And all of this will take time. Plus, Kane's strategy to take over firms will begin to play out, which may influence Lily's feelings about Kane and whether she softens up to him or remains really angry. But, as long as Kane does not target Winters, we could see Lily being perfectly fine with Kane pursuing Victor Newman, Nikki Newman, and Chancellor because they cheated Lily. So, there are a lot of moving parts, but after this murder mystery plays out in France, after they get Damien's body out of the walk-in freezer and bring it home, bury him, and Lily works through her emotions, we could see her opening up to a reunion with Kane. Reasons for a possible reunion, examining Lily and Kane's future on Young and the Restless. And I'd want to explain why I believe this could happen. So, right off the bat, the first reason Lily would be more open to dating Kane is a tragic one. Damien is no longer alive, and Lily is alone and lonely. Again, I do not believe Kane was responsible for Damien's death. However, I believe his aide Carter could be a suspect. But Kane is innocent, and once Lily knows this for sure, I believe she will have some peace of mind and will be able to relax about Kane to some extent. And let's be honest, Damien and Lily were only getting started. This wasn't some big love story that took years to develop. Damien and Lily were not madly in love or anything. It was something new. It was different. And if Lily accepts that Kane genuinely wanted the best for her and Damien and was going to back off, she may soften. Bottom line, Kane has never stopped loving her. Damien is no longer a romantic choice for her. So, only removal from the competition could change her opinion about a reunion. The second reason you might contemplate going with Kane is because they have children together. The twins, Charlie and Maddie, are older. They're young adults. They're away at college and no longer live in Genoa City, but they are still a family. Many divorced children, including adults, want to see their parents reconcile. So Lily might contemplate how thrilled Maddie and Charlie would be to have her back with their father, Kane. And Lily might think about it and decide, okay, I still have feelings for him. The kids still adore him. Maybe I'll look at Cain again. Young and the Restless, is this Lily and Cain's last chance? A third reason Lily might consider giving Cain another chance is because of his con man father, Colin. Cain's father has died. Her father is also gone. It is dreadful. However, Colin was a major source of conflict in Lily and Cain's marriage, as well as their post-divorce co-parenting arrangements. In case you missed it, Colin stole Devon Hamilton's inheritance several years ago on The Young and the Restless. There were some fake documents. Colin stole approximately $2.5 billion from Devon at the time Amanda Sinclair first appeared. Colin eventually gave it back. But he did the thing. That was awful enough for Lily. But when Cain told Lily that he had forgiven his father Colin, it was too much for her. Lily was furious and essentially cut Cain out of her life. So, without Colin in the picture, Lily and Cain may have a real chance to start something new, without the shadow of Colin and his misdeeds hanging over them. Jealousy and revenge, the wild cards in Lily and Cain's relationship on Young and the Restless. Jealousy could also be a motivation for Lily to contemplate getting back together with Cain. Summer revelations from showrunner Josh Griffith reveal that Phyllis Summers has a new romance, and she is currently obsessed with Cain, while Lily has rejected him. So, if Cain begins an affair with Phyllis, Lily may become irritated and envious. She dislikes Phyllis, and she and Lily have been constantly sniping at each other in France. And if Lily sees Cain with another woman, notably Phyllis, she may be prompted to reconsider her options. Seeing Cain with another woman may make Lily realize she still has strong love for him, even if she does not want to confess it to herself or Cain right away. Lily's jealousy may startle her and cause her to reevaluate her ex-husband Cain. Young and Restless, Lily's revenge? The final reason we might see Lily return to a reconciliation with Cain is revenge. So, this could be Lily being devious and not really wanting to get back with him, but rather tricking Cain into hurting him in order to exact revenge for all of the ways he hurt her. Lily might take Cain back, make him believe she loves him, pretend she wants a future with him, and then dump him and crush his heart. So Lily might even demand that Cain compensate her for taking Damien away. Even if Cain did not stick the knife in Damien's back, Lily may still blame him for the circumstance surrounding his death. So, if revenge is what pushes Lily to reunite with Cain, I believe it will happen sooner rather than later. If Lily notices that Cain is not being held accountable in the ways she believes he should be, she may seek retribution. And, again, I don't believe he killed Damien, but Lily may never really believe he's innocent. And, of course, if she returned to Cain only to break his heart, I doubt her children would be happy. But it would definitely be soapy.